Doesn't have permission to come in and photograph from the postmaster. That's the only way he can do it. He refused to leave, continue to phone him even though I asked him. So we don't feel safe with him here.
Okay.
Us or our customers.
What would you like done?
Gone.
Okay, so you're asking to have him formally trespass from this?
The encounter began outside a post office after an employee complained that a man was filming customers without permission and refused repeated requests to leave. Staff claimed the recording made both employees and customers feel unsafe, prompting police to respond. However, the situation quickly became more complicated when it was acknowledged that the man could still enter the building to conduct legitimate business. The auditor maintained that he had simply come to purchase stamps and argued that, because the post office was open to the public, he could not lawfully be trespassed without proper legal justification or evidence of wrongdoing.
I'm not allowed to do, but I don't want him inside.
Okay.
If he wants to come and do business, that's fine.
Okay.
So this is public property. You can't trespass me from public property,
Okay.
and I do have business here. I was trying to buy some stamps. He refused me service. So I'd like to go inside and buy my stamps. I'll be on my way.
If you want to buy your stamps in there, that's fine. I don't have a problem with
Sure.
that. Do you have an ID or anything that you want to identify yourself?
What would I need ID for?
Just to identify that you and I had this conversation so I can document it in
What's
the call.
the reasonable or particulars to submission?
I don't have it other
Okay.
than just asking who you are so I can document it in the call that we've had this conversation. That's
But why would you need my identification?
just so I can identify you in the call. So if you, I don't need you to give me your card or
Right.
anything like that, just what you want me to call you as.
Sure.
That's fine.
I'd rather not say.
Okay, that's totally fine. I don't need it. If you have business
I do.
to do
I was
there,
in line, and now I have to go back to the end of the line unless you can get me to the front.
As officers spoke with the auditor, they requested his identification solely to document the interaction. Instead of immediately complying, he calmly questioned the legal basis for the request, asking what reasonable, articulable suspicion justified identifying him. The officer admitted there was no specific suspicion beyond documenting the call and clarified that providing a name was voluntary. The auditor politely declined, insisting on his privacy while reaffirming that his only purpose was to purchase stamps. Throughout the exchange, he remained respectful, emphasizing that refusing to identify himself was not the same as refusing lawful orders, and the officer ultimately acknowledged that he was under no obligation to provide his identity.
So do you want to buy your stamps here? I mean, there's 1,000 other places to buy
So I'm
stamps.
trying to buy my stamp. I'm going to get out of the road so I don't get hit.
There's many different areas for you to buy stamps.
Sure.
Right? Any grocery store will sell
I happen to be in the area. I stopped here.
Okay.
I went to go buy my stamps. I was in line. I was nearly third person from the counter, and then he ran outside and grabbed you guys.
Well, you didn't have to leave line to come out here with me, right?
Well, I have to because he's making up false claims. He's saying people are in fear for their life, right?
No, he didn't say that. He said that people didn't want to be filmed. Nobody said that they were in fear of
He
their
said
life.
that they were scared.
Not to me, he didn't.
I heard him say it.
Not to me, he didn't.
Camera doesn't lie. I just want to make that known. The camera doesn't lie. Okay?
I don't disagree with that.
Well, he might have not said fear, but he did say they were scared or worried or something along those lines. So, who are you again?
I'm Sergeant PC.
What's your badge number?
Sergeant 24.
Okay. How about you?
I'm Officer Paul, badge number P592.
Okay. And how about you?
Also badge 568.
Okay. So you're saying I can go in and get my stamps?
If you have official business to...
The discussion shifted to why the auditor had stepped away from the service line after employees contacted police. He explained that he felt compelled to defend himself against what he believed were false accusations that people feared for their safety. Officers clarified that employees had merely reported customers being uncomfortable with the filming, not necessarily fearful. The auditor pointed to his camera as the most reliable witness, arguing that video evidence prevents false statements and protects everyone involved. While officers acknowledged the value of recorded evidence, they also noted that the employee had repeatedly asked him to stop filming, setting the stage for a broader debate over public recording rights inside a federal facility.
So I have to go back to the end of the line, and this guy is not comfortable with me
I
recording.
didn't ask you to leave the line. So yes, I guess you have to go to the end
I
of the
have
line.
to. There's no choice. But when he's coming out here and making false allegations, That's when it becomes a problem.
That was your choice to leave the line.
Yeah, because he's making a false allegation.
I would have come and talked to you to get your side of the story.
Right, but I mean, I have to make sure, I have to protect myself,
You have
right?
to is what you chose to do. That's correct.
No, this is why the camera's here. We have to protect ourselves.
Okay.
Because people lie, and then you go off what they say, you write a statement, and you develop false charges.
Okay.
And you just send it to the court, and that's it. It's my word against yours, but if I have the camera,
Right.
you can't lie, right?
Did they ask you to stop filming inside?
He did,
Okay.
several times,
And,
but
well, you chose not to?
he doesn't have the right to tell me not to stop filming.
Okay.
Understand, this is a public building.
Right. It's
The-
a federal building, yeah.
Right, which is public. Public, yes or no?
Yes.
It's
However-
open to the public,
Yes.
but it's a private entity. Does that make sense?
It's not a
The conversation evolved into a legal discussion about filming inside a publicly accessible federal building. The auditor argued that the post office was unquestionably public property and that individuals have the constitutional right to record in publicly accessible areas. Officers countered that although the facility is open to the public, it also operates under specific rules governing customer conduct. The auditor explained that his camera remained pointed toward the service counter rather than intentionally recording other patrons and insisted that another person's discomfort alone could not eliminate a constitutionally protected activity taking place in a public setting.
No, it's not. This is a public facility.
So, they asked, I guess my understanding is they asked you to stop filming because customers were saying you made them uncomfortable filming.
So I'm standing in line with my camera. My camera's facing the direction of the counter.
Okay.
So if someone feels uncomfortable, they're welcome to leave or go to another post office. I can't.
Same as you, all right?
I can't control their feelings, right?
Same as you, though,
No,
right?
I don't have ill will, ill intent. Like I said, I'm here to buy stamps. That's all I'm here for. I need a dozen stamps.
You can do that at self-service.
Self-service? You can buy a whole dozen stamps at self-service?
As far as I know,
Okay.
yes.
Well, I've never done that before, so I go through the counter. But bottom line is, I mean, when people start saying they're afraid and blah, 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 I mean, we're getting a realm of, you know?
Well, there's
And-
a certain aspect of people that don't like to be filmed, and that's as simple as that.
Right, but my camera is not, like, I'm not turning the camera at the people behind me. I'm facing the direction of the counter.
What
So
about the people that are sitting in front of you?
that's, you know, it depends, you know.
Do you like it?
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care because people have the right to record in public.
Right. But you understood this is open to the public, but they have rules themselves.
Right, and have you read the rules? Because I have.
That's why I asked them.
No, are you aware of Poster 7? Yes or no?
Aware of what?
Poster 7.
No, what?
As the encounter reached its final moments, the officer introduced the subject of Postal Service Poster 7, asking whether the auditor was familiar with the policy governing conduct and photography inside post offices. The auditor admitted he had never heard of the regulation and requested clarification rather than making assumptions. This exchange highlighted the central issue of the encounter, not whether recording had occurred, but whether any posted federal policy legally restricted the activity in that specific location. With both sides now focused on the applicable rules instead of emotional complaints, the discussion prepared to move from opinion toward the actual law governing photography in postal facilities.
Or people that are able to record in public. So Poster 7 is basically, you know, you're allowed to record in the.
Again, building is open to the public, but they have their own set of rules, right? So what we're trying to find out if one of those rules is you're not allowed to record inside. That's what we're trying to find out.
Sir, so they're fine with you going in, doing your business, like you and I have already said.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with that. You are going to have to go to the back of the line because
Correct.
you chose to leave the line when you
Unfortunately, I had to.
did. So and that's fine. I mean,
Right.
that's the choice that you made. So you can go in there, do the business that you need to do.
Okay.
And we are leaving.
That's fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you. Yep.
Okay, stop. Hello.
I'm not going to
Stop,
stop.
man.
No. I'm not going to stop.
Why you take our picture?
Why not?
What you wanna do with our picture?
I'm taking everything.
Why you recording? The
Why?
reason. Tell us the reason.
I'm in federal property, public property. I'm allowed
All this. Well, that's where you are.
to cry outside.
Let's go outside. Yeah, that's what I. You know what you go do? You go to the gym and lose some weight. That's what you do.
All talk. All talk.
Over, man. Do some
All talk.
exercise. Lose that belly, man. Go do that belly.
Is it correct?
You can talk on the spot. My boss already told me not to.
Oh, your boss already told you taking the picture from the people?
Everybody can video. I cannot say nothing.
Oh my God.
I got a big problem.
He's telling you it's allowed.
The officers continued reviewing the issue by discussing Postal Service Poster 7, explaining that they were attempting to determine whether postal regulations restricted recording inside the publicly accessible facility. Until that question was answered, they confirmed the auditor was free to complete his business and purchase stamps, although he would need to return to the end of the line after voluntarily stepping away. Once the officers prepared to leave, the situation unexpectedly escalated when an employee confronted the auditor about recording. The auditor calmly defended his actions, repeatedly stating that he was standing on federal property where recording was lawful, while the employee responded with personal insults that quickly shifted the encounter away from policy and toward confrontation.
It's legal. This is legal.
Yeah, you just go gym.
I know that's my boss.
Go gym.
What does that mean?
No, just go lose this weight.
Oh, okay.
Just go lose
And
weight.
you grow some hair, okay?
Because
You
you
grow
too
some
fat.
hair on your head.
Yeah. Go lose weight.
And you grow some hair on your head.
Money order 555.
555 even, right?
Yeah.
We need 2 IDs for us to give you a mailbox. So this is one ID. This is a picture ID, right? Okay. One more.
Stuff like that. They can exchange the thing, grading the scene.
Okay. You need him to leave?
We don't care if he's recording, but the problem is that he's been engaging in customers, creating scenes, and it's the insults back and forth, name calling, body shaming, and stuff like that.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
I will ask him like if it's possible to leave because the sense that he's been creating a scene with the other customers.
Okay.
Just so you know, I have it all on video. So what he just told you is a complete lie.
Okay.
Oh,
You're lying. I didn't body shame anyone. He body shamed me.
I never said that you were the one. I said that he's been back and forth with the customers.
So here's the deal. Do you need him to leave? Yes or no?
Yes. That's
Okay, you'll need to leave.
Okay, here's the deal. We're on federal property. You guys are police. You're not FPS.
That's
You have no jurisdiction on this property. You have to ask the postmaster to leave. Are you the postmaster?
As the confrontation intensified, officers were told that the auditor had been exchanging insults with customers and creating a disturbance. The auditor immediately challenged those claims, insisting his camera captured the entire interaction and showed that the employee had initiated the personal attacks, including body-shaming remarks. Despite his objections, an officer informed him that management wanted him to leave the property. The auditor questioned the officer's authority, arguing that because the location was federal property, only the postmaster or an authorized federal official, not local police, could lawfully order him to leave, raising another significant legal issue about jurisdiction and the limits of local law enforcement authority.